Garuda? Who's Garuda?
While the language of this world is similar to ours, it is her covenant with Xenos that should ensure we can understand one another. The magic for summoning Void Sent also facilitates communication, you see. Without this component, a mage would struggle to make his mind known to his servant. So, I doubt you came to the dungeon by pure chance. What is it that you're after? We are looking for a Void Sent with whom we could converse, in the course of which we learn the view. We are visitors to this world and know little and less of its workings and ways. We would be grateful if you could tell us about it, about yourself. So, it is information you seek. What do you offer for it? I beg your pardon. Void Sent, do not give unless we stand to gain. If you desire something, you pay the price. That is the sole rule in this world you call the Void. That makes sense. Pray forgive our ignorance. But what would be acceptable as payment? I suspect that such coin as we carry has no value here. Void Sent crave one thing alone, Aether. In return for information, I offer you mine, just not all of it, mind you. I still have need of my life. Very well. I will tell you no more than you can afford to pay. Then we have a bargain. If we are to talk about the Void, let us do so outside. Come with me.
They actually... Even in that form, have they always feasted on Aether? Are we gonna go back to the first? Did they feast on Aether? I forgot his name. The kid with the really long name.
You needn't worry for me. My life force is a small price to pay for her knowledge. I will recover it quickly enough once we've returned home. We cannot allow Ishtola to bear the burden alone. When next the opportunity arises, I will offer my own Aether.
Oh, Varshawn. There, one rule is no different from that of many in our world. Our own world. It's those like Elfino who are a rare breed.
果てなく闇に覆われた空。これこそが私のあるべき世界。お前たちの言う異界ボイドの現状だ。昔はこの世界にも光が存在していた。空はまばゆく輝き、緑生い茂る大地に紺碧の海。そう、命育まれる世界が確かにあったんだ。メモリア戦争が起こるまではな。
Contra Memoria.
メモリア
I like how he says Memoria.
その戦争によってエーテルの調和が乱れたことで闇が世界を覆ってこのありさまだ。すべての生き物は例外なく異形と化した。お前たちが用意と呼ぶ存在にな。今じゃ用意であることがこの世界にとっての自然になってしまった。
I mean, it doesn't always have to be like that. Maybe we could change it back.
第一世界で光の反乱によって積み食いが生じたようなものね。
Yeah, so this is what would have
用意と
happened.
積み食いで属性は反対だけど成り立ちや性質には共通点も多いわ。
If the light had completely overtaken Norvrand.
太陽の巡りは失われ、昼と夜は溶け合い、やがて海と陸の境界すら曖昧になって闇に沈んだ。そして用意と化した者たちは半ば理性を失いながらも心に焼き付いた記憶の影を頼りに己の領域を築いて暮らすようになった。
Interesting.
あの城だってそうだ。主だった用意は昔あんな場所に住んでいたんだろう。
少しいいかしら。私の目にはあなたの中で渦巻く闇の力が見えているの。人としては濃すぎるほどの。まさに用意の性質そのもの。けれどあなたの口ぶりは他の用意たちと違う。闇の反乱以前の世界についてそんな風に語る者に出会ったのは初めてよ。ねえ、あなたは本当に用意なの？
Yeah.
それとも
他の用意と違って当然だ。私は半端者。言うなれば汎用なのだから。
Oh, half. Hanyo! Like Inuyasha was a Hanyo. He's a half-breed.
世界を滅ぼしたメモリア戦争が始まって間もない頃、一人の女が過剰な闇を身に受けた状態で赤子を産んだ。
Wow.
見た目は他の赤子と変わらなかったが、中身は闇による侵食を受け、 もはや人とは呼べなかった。
What?
成長が最盛期で止まり、老化しないのもその証拠。それが私だ。まあ、今となっては完全な用意と区別する必要もない。
So there's no one else like her? That's what she's saying?
好きあらば弱者を食らい、強き者に従属して身を守る。目的もなく、ただあり続けるだけの存在だ。
立ち入ったことを聞いてしまったわね。ごめんなさい。あなたはいけない。私としたことが
Yes.
あなたの名前を聞いていなかったわ。
ただ用意とでも呼べばいいだろう。私たちだってお前たちのことを単に人間と呼んでいるんだ。
しかしそれでは区別がつかなくてさすがに不便だ。許されるなら君自身の名を呼びたいのだが。
なら好きに呼べばいい。私にこだわりはない。
それじゃあゼロなんてどうかしら。
Ah!
何もないという意味か。確かに私に似合いだな。
The piano.
いいえ、それは始まりを表す言葉。私たちにとってのあなたは
True.
これから決まるという意味よ。
Piano.
互いを遠ざけるも歩み寄るもね。
Oh my gosh, the music!
まあ、何でもいい。
The music! Here's to a fruitful partnership. I think it's a nice name.
名前など所詮は音の連なりだ。元の言葉がどんな意味であるにせよ、私という存在には影響しない。
You say that now, but you're the new Reen.
それではゼロ、君にはまだ聞きたいことがあるのだが、その前にこちらの目的を話しておくべきだろう。私たちは竜を探しに来たのだ。かつてゲートを通ってこの世界へ渡ってきた我が姉にして七大天竜の一翼アジュダヤを。
Oh gosh.
竜？
ああ、その消息について何か知っていることがあれば教えてほしいのだが。今何か言ったか？
いや、何も。
Was it trying to say, was that?
私にも聞こえたような気がしたけれど、用意たちのささやきかしら。
Beginning, a curious notion in a world where all has come to an end.
But we're gonna bring it back! We're gonna bring it back! You're cool. We may have subdued the void sent here, but I doubt they'll remain that way. Remain vigilant.
No one else seems to be nearby. Perhaps it was just a trick of the wind? If not as out of the ordinary, I should like to hear more from Zero. I can't imagine there are many void-sent like her who remember the world as it was. I must say, we are rather exposed here. Perhaps we should continue the conversation within the castle. The throne room is defensible. Given its few points of ingress, let us head back there. Moving wasn't part of the bargain. I'll comply, but I expect my payment promptly. You shall have it as soon as we arrive.
Oh? Oh no! An instance? Already? I feel eyes on us. Stay alert.
All appears unchanged here. I will see to the payment, and then we may ask Zero what she knows about Azdaya.
この辺りでいいだろう。そろそろエーテルをもらおうか。
ええ、いいわ。
Yo, look at that velvet.
もらった。
Oh, you're still alive?
おや、残念。食い損なったか。こいつはさっき倒したと思っていたが生きていたのか。愚か者どもめ、この世界に死など存在しない。
Oh.
ことに我は蘇りなど自由自在よ。
So what about the one that you consumed?
死が存在しないですって。
Maybe
盲点だったわ。停滞の光に侵された第一世界の無の大地では新たな命が生まれなかった。反対に火星の闇で侵されたボイドでは肉体を離れた魂すら安らぎを得られないというのね。
Oh, interesting. The opposite.
死してなお帰れない。他者にエーテルを食われでもしない限り
That just
何
means
度でも蘇って
she has
くる
to
というの
absorb
か。
it. Let's do this. You're getting your aether today, girl.
貴様、よく見ればあれと似てとてもうまそうなエーテルをしておるな。
Oh no. Oh no.
何？
Oh no. Oh no. No.
ああ、あれはうまかったな。欲しいぞ、お前のエーテルも。
Oh no, Varshan.
どれ、そこらに漂ってる連中も我が力にて手駒として蘇らせてやろう。
Oh great. It's the scythe guy.
振り出しに戻ったというわけか。だがそれならそれで何度でも倒すだけだ。
ねえ、あなたも手を貸してくれると助かるのだけれど。
さっきの礼はもらい損ねたからな。約束が果たされるまで何かしてやる道理はない。
I mean, you could have his aether. You could have his
そいつは
aether.
自力で何とかしろ。お前たちが負けたとしても散ったエーテルをいただくだけだ。
まさかこのような極上の餌にありつけるとは。面倒な任務と思っていたが、なかなかどうして。さあ、精一杯あがくがいい。その精に満ち満ちたエーテル、行ってきたりとも残さず食らってやろう。この城の者どもも今や私のしもべと化した。さあ、餌の時間だ。
城内の用意が集まってきている。戦闘が長引くとまずそうだ。
どれだけ集まろうが蹴散らすだけだ。土のスカルミリオーネの神髄見せてやろう。
What is that?
He means to resurrect them again. Let them come.
A troublesome
脳
foe.
の再生能力を加速させている。
彼らに死は訪れん。故に貴様らに勝ち目はない。いくらお風呂が無駄なことや。
Can I stand here?
このままでは
Well, he's doing less, or he's summoning less than
奴
before.
に分がありすぎる。
どうにかして奴を引きずり出したいが。
拉致が開かないが。一度引いて策を練った方が良さそうね。
Oh, okay.
まだわからんのか。何度やったところで貴様らに勝ち目はない。
あら、私の魔力はまだまだ尽きることがなくてよ。
I freaking love her.
おい、何か復活を止める方法はないのか。
Absorb.
方法はある。だがそれをお前たちに教える理由がない。
I mean...
ねえゼロ、思い返してみたのだけれど、私たちあなたに一つ貸しがあったわ。ゼロ、あなたの名前よ。
Oh, true.
私たちはあなたに名前を送った。お望みのエーテルを後で渡すとしたら、その分のお礼が足りないのではなくて？
頼んだ覚えはないんだがまあいい。押し付けられたものでも受け入れはしたんだからな。
True. Her model, her model looks way better. Oh.
これは用意の魂が結晶に。
Her face is once again Vera face, and you hate that we cannot do that. Oh, is it?
おお、便利な技を持ってるじゃないか。
She's so cool.
これなら文句ないだろう。
ええ、上出来だわ。
皆、もう一度だ。ゼロの力も加わればスカルミリオーネを撃てる。
なんだと？貴様、今一体何をした？
そういえばお前にも借りがあったな。さっきの一撃返させてもらおう。
Ooh.
一方的に押し付けられたまでの借りは借りだ。この戦いに加勢することでチャレンジしてもらうぞ。
用意を結晶化するなんて。
彼女の力は一体。
Yeah, what is this about? Also a question.
父のスカルミリオーネの強さ、ゆっくり味わいながら死ね。
Say that nine. Yeah.
まずはどこから片付けるべきか。この力で排除する。
Yo! She's OP!
役に立たぬバカどもめ。俺に忌々しい力よ。
彼女の力がなければ奴は倒せない。助けるぞ。
借りができた。
Another debt to repay. Yo. Yeah, let's keep saving your butt so you have more debts to repay.
やはり奴らから始末するしかないようだな。我が力で貴様らを葬ってやる。向こうも本気というわけだ。ならばそっちも全力で行くぞ。
Ah, fun. Yeah, stay away from Barcelona. Come on.
生きては返さん。ここで全員朽ち果てよう。
Also, his voice sounds familiar too.
凄まじいわよ。
Dormigian.
これで勝負を決める
Yeah,
気。
we got this. This is fine.
みんな、私の元に集まってくれ。
Well, he's dead. He's dead even before he casts it. Nice.
バカめ。この私の再生能力を甘く見るなよ。何度やられようが すぐに復活を。ダメだ、体が再生できない。
Ooh, she's cool.
なぜこんなことが。
Cause she's Hanyo.
エーテルを結晶に封じ、これはもしやメモリアか。どうして貴様にあの力が。死から見放されたこの世界で私が消えることなどあるはずが。おう、ゴルベーザ様、恨みますぞ。こんなことになると知っていたらあのような還元に乗ることなど。
Oh, oh, oh! We're still getting the I thought that was because of Vanal's power. Gorbez-sama!
よくぞ集まった。力を求めし者たちよ。私の名はゴルベーザ。我々は来たる聖戦に勝ち残らなければならない。そのためには上昇の軍勢が必要である。諸君らにはその先鋒となり兵を率いることを期待しているぞ。
ちょっと待ちな。約束を忘れちゃいないだろうな。
そうとも、機下に加われば我々に極上のエーテルを与えてくれる。そういう話だったな。
無論忘れてなどおらぬ。今の諸君らはあまりにも脆弱であるがゆえ、共に歩むためにも強くあってもらわねばこちらが困る。
ご挨拶だね。そこまで言って波の獲物を出されたら承知しないよ。
よかろう。ならばこれを見るがいい。
Oh no. Oh no!
赤き翼に竹だけ敷きつの。そしてああ、なんと正義に満ち溢れたエーテルか。これはもしやかの世界の。
さよう。諸君らはこれなる竜のエーテルを食らい、さらなる強者我が四天王へと生まれ変わるのだ。今のこやつらでは竜に満ちるエーテルを食らい尽くすことはで
Only
き
a
ぬで
fracture.
あろう。
Okay, okay. Okay, so there's hope for
だが
Azar.
それでいい。この竜にはまだ他に利用価値があるのでな。
Other ends, leave her alone! Leave her alone.
おい、大丈夫か。
Damn. Oh, wait, we have to tell Varshan. Your sister might be alive, but might not be alive.
用意たちのエーテルは消滅したわけではないわ。存在そのものが結晶化している。私たちの世界でいう封印のようなものね。
スカルミリオーネなる用意はメモリアと言っていた。ゼロ、君が口にしていた言葉、メモリア戦争とも関わりがあるのだろう。
ああ、世界を滅ぼした戦いで使われていた技術だ。私が知る限りメモリアと化した存在が元に戻ったことはない。
そうか。改めて助立ちしてくれたこと本当に感謝する。
余計な借りを返してエーテルを食い損ねないようにしただけだ。さあ仕切り直しだ。とっととよこせ。
はいはい。この後も探索は続くのだから加減はしてちょうだいね。
Her glove is velvet. I initially thought her
ど
voice
んな
acting was
働き
velvet.
もエーテルという対価次第か。なるほど。こちらの世界は随分とシンプルらしい。
これで今度こそ貸し借りはなしね。ところであなた、さっきの様子だと
Oh yeah, we didn't tell
また
them.
何かを見たのではなくて。
I feel like, oh, Varshan.
竜の姿を見たと。我ら天竜に似た姿ならばアジュダヤかもしれない。だがすでに妖異に捕まっていたというのか。
ゴルベーザ、そいつが親玉か。
さすがに考えることが多すぎるわ。少し落ち着いて一つずつ整理していきましょう。
If Golbez has Ajdaya at his mercy, then we must find him. Hopefully Zero has knowledge that will aid us in our search.
We vanquished one of Golbez's archfiends, but 3 remain. As troublesome as this one, I expect.
There is nothing like the aether of a living mortal. I haven't felt so satisfied since my return. In light of our recent experiences, I expect we all have questions. I trust Zero can answer some few of them. We should still be owed at least that much, I dare say.
Zordia, you've come to the 13th before, yes? You fought Voidsent here. But clearly you didn't know they could regenerate, else you would have shared that detail beforehand. They seemed to stay dead at the time, yes. I was in a bit of a rush. I didn't have time to wait around and see. From what I know of your foray, I can hardly blame you. Perhaps they returned after you left, but if they didn't, there must be a reason why.
There are circumstances in which you were unable to return. If you like, I can tell you about this.
Please do.
The more you devour, the more powerful you grow, but in the process, your essence is blended with those of your prey. If you were to lose your flesh, the souls you had come to harbor may break free and coalesce into distinct Voidsent once more. And before you yourself return, your own soul might be devoured by your enemies or your erstwhile prey. A fate more likely for stronger beings, who require more time to regenerate. However, even assuming you survive the process, it's highly uncommon to return as you were. Yet despite this greater strength, Scarmidlian managed to resurrect rather swiftly. Are there others capable of the same?
Yeah, regenerate. Doctor Who, Doctor Who.
Not that I'm aware of. His attachment to his flesh must have been unique for him to develop such an ability. I believe we understand the fundamentals of rebirth now. If I may, I would ask you about your power. Will you tell us about it? What you saw should speak for itself. I can bind the aether of the soul in crystal. Many wielded this power during the Contra Memoria, but I'm the only one left. I'm told that heroes of the 13th once sealed gods in stones called Orosite. Are they and Memoria one and the same? Oh! Orosite. I do not know this word, but the world is vast and perhaps Memoria had different names elsewhere, but it does sound quite familiar. How does one come to wield Memoria, and what happened to your peers? Never thought about that. I do know, though, that Voidsent can't use the power. I assume I can because I'm mortal in part. I see.
Something sus.
Zero, I wish to ask you about the man called Golbez. He may well have my sister in his clutches. Is there aught you can tell us of him? The name sounds vaguely familiar, though I can't say how I know it. If he is powerful, however, someone in the castle may have heard of him. Then we must try talking to the other Voidsent again. Let us entrust the task to Zordia. Her echo will help facilitate communication. More importantly, she should be able to maintain her composure better than a concerned sibling. Aww. That I cannot deny. Forgive me, but will you not ask about Golbez in my stead? On the terraces to begin with, perhaps. Thank you. We shall remain here and discuss what other avenues we might pursue in the meantime.
I know what it feels like to have my essence blended with that of another. Yet, tumultuous though it was only one worm's soul. To be bound to scores of others over thousands of years sounds horrible.
According to your vision, Golbez recruited his champions and raised an army by offering a dragon's aether in exchange. Whatever his crusades, it is unconscionable to use a dragon's life force as fodder. He will answer for this deed. Scarmidlian, too, appeared surprised by Zero's power. As she says, it must be a lost art. This makes her invaluable to our cause, far more than someone who can simply communicate. So with this echo of yours, you can see into the past. Interesting. Those memories may as well be all that remains of it, though. Everything and everyone was warped by darkness, however storied it may appear. This castle is simply the product of its mistress's mind. So the clever one hadn't been eaten. No one wants it, then perhaps... Golbez, of course I know of him. Only a fool without ears wouldn't. His archfiends lead armies to ravage and conquer. They devour those they deem useless, those who can't fight. If you don't want to be eaten, then you had better flee, though soon there will be nowhere to run. If the one who devours her dies, perhaps the mistress will return. Then I may bask in her gaze again.
Oh, she already died.
Golbez, you say? My mistress spoke of him. He commands the archfiends. They are very powerful and have conquered many domains. Mistress bade us defend the castle from them. Yes, she did.
Seems the archfiends have been attacking other domains. Their fearsome reputation precedes them.
The tasty one returns to tempt me. I mustn't eat you. Golbez, I know of him from those I've eaten. He has minions, and those minions have minions. No one ever sees him.
With his army of minions, Golbez would seldom have need to act personally. It will not be easy to reach him.
Oh, you've finished already? Or did we get carried away talking? There's no easy way to mark the passage of time in this world, nor do I imagine such things concern Voidsent. It would take considerable mental fortitude to still care after millennia in this endless night. Is there no end to their questions? I should have demanded more aether.
No trouble on your end either. Good. I dare say Scarmidlian's fate served as a sufficient warning. Let's hope that those elsewhere have the same sense.
Welcome back, Zordia. Were you able to learn aught of value?
Just the typical, antagonist.
So countless Voidsent answer to the archfiends, who in turn answer to Golbez, as your vision did suggest. Scarmidlian's aggression is also consistent with the claims that the archfiends conquer other domains.
The question is, how do we reach Golbez if he surrounds himself with armies of minions? We could target his other archfiends, or perhaps those who have fled his service. Either may yield useful information. That said, we can't do much while we're stuck on this isle.
Zero, I would ask a favor of you. I am determined to save my sister Ajdaya. If there is even a faint possibility that Golbez has her, then I must find him. To that end, I want you to lend us your strength and knowledge. Will you accompany us on our quest? Forgotten the way of my world already. If you want help, offer payment. None here will aid you out of the kindness of their hearts. Any who claim otherwise are liars and betrayers. Or is this less a request and more of a threat? If I refuse, you will force me to serve?
If you accompany us, we can offer you protection. Surely you must desire something. Name it.
I have no purpose. Why would I desire anything? That's why I didn't bother to resist when the ones here fell upon me. What matters in a world that's already dead? By that logic, you've no reason to refuse our requests. The payment need but be to your satisfaction, correct? Did I not already say as much from the start? Very well, Zero. I propose you travel with us, and whenever you perform a deed that requires payment, we will provide it in aether. That's all you had to say. Everything else was superfluous.
Fair point. Where to now? Either a place the archfiends may strike next, or where refugees and deserters may seek sanctuary.
I know the latter. I'll take you there. I assume you also know how we can get off this isle.
I was brought here on a mount. We can leave the same way. She has a mount!
Now that you mention it, I did notice some flying creatures near the terraces. Given our numbers, we'll need a large one, but regardless of size, all can be won over with aether. Excellent. Let us go and find our mount at once.
Oh?
Not good. Lord Golbez must hear of this.
I knew it was an I. I had a feeling it was going to be an I. The terraces a-go, the terraces a-go. Vacuity is the weather? Vacuity?
Were I here in my true form, I would be able to carry you all, but even were it possible to so enlarge the gate, the risk would be too great. Zero will best know how to handle the creatures. Let us watch and learn.
Not all void scent can fly. It stands to reason that some would be made to serve as mounts.
We should be able to find a mount here. With the castle in disarray, the creatures will be hungry. Just a little aether should suffice. Are you ready?
いたぞ。あれだ。
Oh?
よし。私に従うと言っている。背中に乗れ。
Nee, it's the traveling. We travel. The travel music. Oh, it's you! Oh, I hated you in Stranger of Paradise. Oh my gosh!
ここは一体。
私が作った領域だ。
Oh? Then why were you in the other domain?
もともとは私が自分一人で隠れ住むために作った場所だったんだがな。
Music!
強い用意と関係を築けず、群れからつまはじきにされた者たちが勝手に集まってきてこうなった。
いわばはぐれ用意の里というわけね。
なんだあれは。人間だ。うまそうだ。俺に食わせろ。やべえ、やつの獲物だったのか。くそ、ダメだ。俺は食われたくんねえ。
ここは私の領域。その主である私が連れているのだと示したからには、もうお前たちに手出しすることはないだろう。
Interesting.
こっちだ。ついてこい。
'Tis quite a gathering of void scent. I pray one among them has the knowledge we seek.
The longer one lives, the more one yearns for peace. I understand why some would sequester themselves here.
'Tis said that a person's domain is a reflection of what abides in their heart. If true, this place may offer a glimpse into Zero's past. This is my abode. The others won't come near, so you may be at ease. While they know their place, if tantalizing aether were to walk by, I can't guarantee they wouldn't pounce. It is a void scent's nature to consume, their sole purpose. Even if the pursuit of aether may lead to their undoing, many succumb to this instinct. But any who succumb here will have to answer to me. This is my domain's one and only rule, and it is absolute. Consider yourselves duly warned. If you wish to go among the void scent here, that is your choice to make. All have fled from one master or another, but whether any of those masters in turn served Golbez, I do not know. You must ask them yourself. Most have traveled to your world, so it shouldn't be difficult to communicate. We shall go about making inquiries at once. Thank you for your counsel. Once we've learned all we can, let us reconvene at yonder plaza. You're going too, of course. In which case, I shall accompany you. I wish only to observe. Do not expect me to help. Okay? Then it's settled. I'm ready when you are. Ready? Then lead the way. I leave it to you to decide with whom you speak.
Look, I have Zero in my party! Or not my party, but following me.
Although this is my domain, I don't make a habit of strolling about. 'Tis a strange feeling.
This is your abode? You don't have a bed?
I call this my abode, but hardly spend any time here. I return only for meditation. While physical wounds can be healed by replenishing one's aether, you can't preserve your form if you lose sight of yourself. Such is the risk inherent in consuming another's soul. It dilutes your sense of self, alters you inside and out. To guard against this, I meditate, visualize who I am, in a place all my own. This is the heart of my domain. Normally it's deserted, but you and yours have drawn everyone out. I don't recall this statue, though. However it came to be here, I certainly didn't wish for it. She doesn't remember it? But that Whitescent knows about it. Sus. 'Twas in order to strike down the cloud of darkness that my sister crossed over into the void. What befell her after she vanished into the gate? How did she become Golbez's captive? These things and more I hope to learn. Vicious, Voidsent. Why are you vicious? So hungry, I might die. But I can't, not while someone's near. You're not devouring my aether, you hear me? You're not devouring my aether! If a Voidsent is too weak to create its own domain, it must join with others for protection. Alternately, it might devour them in a bid to become stronger, but in so doing risk losing its sense of self. 'Tis an unenviable struggle. You're one of the mortals, is it true? When you die over there, you really die? Yes, we do. So it is! What brings you here, then? Flap, 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 flap. Ah, yes, Golbez, he seeks strong minions to grow his army, so I hear. But recently he stopped doing that. Instead, he devours all. Perhaps he's gathered enough fodder and is now intent on bolstering his own strength. Sure sign that he is about to make a move. As you may recall, when a large Voidsent is summoned, only its soul makes the journey to the source. Upon its arrival, it takes possession of a host body, but during that time, what becomes of its actual body here on the 13th? The answer to this question may give us valuable insight into cross-rift travel. To that end, while asking about after Golbez, I shall also see what the Voidsent can tell me about their experiences when summoned. To walk around with her like that, you're her minion, then? You know I don't take minions. She has some questions and I want you to answer them. Golbez? I don't know that one, only Skathach. When she led us beyond the veil, I grew scared and fled. I've been here since. I don't know anyone else, nor do I wish to. That's all I can tell you. Skathach was a powerful Voidsent who ruled over a vast domain. That was a long time ago, though, so I doubt she has any connection to Golbez. Stay away from me. If you don't want to be eaten, stay away. Golbez! Golbez! I heard that name before. Ah, I remember. Always speaking of a great crusade. I don't know what that is, but it sounds delicious. A crusade, you say? From whom did you hear this? Farfarello. He was a minion of another minion. Went on and on about terrible things he saw. I see. Perhaps Farfarello can tell us more. Satisfied with what you've learned? But let's step away before you become too tempting to resist. It seems the rumors of Golbez reach even my remote domain. Fair to assume he's gathering strength for his crusade, whatever that may be. But I must say I wouldn't have guessed that Farfarello once fought in Golbez's army. It's a miracle he survived serving an archfiend. No, you're right. It's just annoying and anti-seller to do 100%. You're this close to making your own website. I mean, that's probably the reason why people actually do make their own websites. Selling through like a third party is always suspicious. There are better ones, but I feel like the big corporations, they don't really care. I suppose I should explain. Farfarello is the weakest among us. Constantly in fear of being devoured, he seldom consorts with others. The only one he's comfortable with is Suryato. He's a fellow coward who runs the instant he senses a threat and won't stop until he's exhausted. When their hunger grows too intense, they feed on each other's aether. Such is their relationship. But I ramble. You intend to seek out Farfarello, I presume. Then I'll come with you. He's less likely to hide that way. Meanwhile, elsewhere... Okay. Oh my gosh, music!
門の向こう側から現れた者がトロイア城を占拠。あの末、接触を図ったスカルミリオネを退けたと。にわかには信じられんな。それだけではございません。そやつらの連れがスカルミリオネ様の魂を結晶のようなものに変えてしまったのです。結晶？まさかメモリアか。
Memoria ka.
そいつは懐かしい言葉だが、バカ言ってんじゃねえ。あの力を持つ者は皆我らと同じく闇に飲まれた。ただの一人も例外はいねえ。だが現にスカルミリョーネの反応は消失したままだ。
Scarmiglione.
奴が健在であればとうに復活しているはずであろう。あやつの力がお前たちよりも劣っていたことは確かだが、再生能力にかけては抜きんでたものがあった。失われたはずのメモリア化の力を持つ者が今もまだ未練がましくさまよっているというなら、我らの脅威となる前に排除せねばなるまい。
ならばそやつらの対処はこの私、風のバルバリシアベにお任せを。ゴルベーザ様の大望の妨げにならんとする者どもを必ずや討ち取ってご覧に入れましょう。
確かに兵を率いて攻め込むにはお前が適任か。
その代わり見事討ち果たした暁には褒美をいただきとうございます。
申してみよ。
あの竜のエーテル、残りすべて私にお与えを。
無礼であろう。文武をわきまえよ。
あいにくと我が神は風のように自由気まま。確かな約束がなければどこへなびくかわかりませんので。
This is Mila Maxwell. Miyuki Sawashiro. She voiced Barbaricia in old games. Oh, then they've definitely used, because they get the same person for in Japanese at least. When it comes to seiyus, they stick with the same VA, so it's 100% her.
大きく出たものだ。そこまで言うからには失敗は許されんぞ。
この紙にかけても。
ならば解く行け。そして我らに立てつくことの愚かさをその魂に刻みつけてやるのだ。
Wow. So she's the next person that we kill. Gotcha. Or the next archfiend we kill. The Weed.
Farfarlo keeps to the fringes of my domain, this way. The Void sent here don't answer to a master. They can do as they please. But all must answer to the hunger and seek out prey when they need aether. Except Farfarlo and Siriato, that is. They are content to take from one another. Barring an incident, they dare not venture out. When he takes flight, Siriato will not seek shelter until he is utterly spent. Farfarlo, on the other hand, prefers to hide in the same place. Come. Oh, whatever will I do now? Siriato, this is rather unexpected. Where is Farfarlo? Farfarlo isn't here anymore. He's left. Yes, that's right. Left? That doesn't sound like him at all. Well, he's gone, all right. What more do you want me to say? And off he flees, as he is wont to do. But something about this doesn't sit well with me. What do you make of Siriato's behavior? He seems frightened. Perhaps someone had threatened him. I don't think he was telling the truth. He seems someone threatened him. I doubt it. Had he been threatened, we wouldn't have found him in one place. No, he would run in circles until he could run no more. That's his nature. Did he eat? As he says, Farfarlo is gone, but that is quite unusual. As is the fact that Siriato, who was clearly frightened by something, chose not to flee but instead hid here, where Farfarlo usually... No. We must go after Siriato, now. Why? What happened? There is no time! The wind rises! We must flee! Uh-oh. The Wind Rises? That's the name of a Studio Ghibli movie. What is he talking about? And what does Studio Ghibli have to do with this? After him! What's gotten into you? What do you mean, the wind rises? When the wind rises, she comes! Baricia! Barbarishia? Who in the world is that? We must flee, all of us! There is no time! I don't sense anything. But he seems convinced. It's a dead end beyond. We'll corner him.
He's shaken.
We're doomed! There's nowhere to run! What are you running from? I already told you! Barbarishia! The Archfiend of Wind! Archfiend, you say? We will be devoured or forced to serve, to fight in the crusade, but it makes no difference. In the end, all are eaten by her or her enemies. I didn't want to fight anymore, that's why I fled and came here. I see, that explains everything. Almost. I thought it was Farfarolo who used to serve an Archfiend, not you. Not you, who always ran at the first sign of trouble. You who now speaks as though you were Barbarishia's minion. There is only one explanation.
He devoured Farfarolo, didn't he?
Indeed, that would account for his uncharacteristic behavior. So, is that the way of it? Did you devour Farfarolo? And not just a portion of his aether, but his entire being. How did you know?
Bro.
It wasn't only your behavior that felt strange. You felt strange, as if there was more than you present. Now, I don't believe you would have lost control. More likely it was at Farfarolo's behest. I can't hide anything from you. I admit it. Farfarolo didn't leave. I ate him. He feared Barbarishia more than anything, hated the endless fighting. So he begged me to devour him, that he would never have to fight again. Rather than an eternity of fighting, he chose a moment of pain. For all the good it did, I can still hear his voice in my head. He's frightened, so very frightened. When you're eaten, your essence is blended with that of your devourer, and though you have no control, your consciousness is in part endures. Were this a world where the wheel of life and death still turned, the soul wouldn't linger so stubbornly. In time it would return to the great flow. But there's no such end here, no escape. All know this. In making his choice, Farfarolo must have been desperate indeed. And now, that desperation is joined with Siriato's fear, driving him to act erratically. This place will become a battlefield. We don't want to be eaten, neither me or Farfarolo. But there's nowhere to go, nowhere. Then tell me about Barbarishia. I would know who it is we face. It's too late. She's as good as here. No one can escape her winds. No one.
Cutscene? Voice acting.
これを見ろ。来たぞ。風のバルバリシアが。
Barbarishia.
「領域ごと移動してくるとは面白いな。
Oh, she brought her domain.
狙いは実中ハックお前たちだろう。他に異変はないからな。今のうちに連れと相談でもしておいたらどうだ。私たちが守ってくれるだなんて期待はするなよ。
Don't worry, we could handle it.
やだ。食われたり、もう嫌だ。どうしてそっとしてくれない。
Damn.
それは私も同感だ。
四天王の一人がここに迫ってきていると。
私たちの動向は筒抜けというわけね。
あいにくおしゃべりしてる暇はなさそうだ。
I totally interrupted Destinian. Sorry, Luna. Oh, she looks dope. Lettuce lady?
トロイア城まで迎えに行くつもりだったけど、まさかそちらから近づいてきてくれるとはね。
ゴルベーザ四天王、風のバルバリシアか。
慣れ慣れしく呼ぶでない。
Oh, okay.
それにしても何なのこの無様な領域は。雑魚どもがちょろちょろと目障りだね。
Leave him alone!
Oh no! Oh no!
Damn. That was like one hit kill. Okay. Hella rude. It's like, those were mine. How dare.
それでスカルミリオネをやってくれたようだけど、あちら側から一体何しに来たんだい？
Dude, she's cool. She's cool.
竜を探している。数千年前にこちらに渡ってきたはずでな。
Oh, I'm so scared. I don't
それについて何か知っていることは？
I don't know if we want to know the answer, Varshan.
竜だと？
Look at her! Look at her brilliance! Look at this! Look at her! Look at her! Look at her! Oh, she has a great laugh.
なるほど。ゴルベーザ様があれを残しておいたのも、さらにうまそうな獲物を釣るためだったってわけか。
So it's alive.
あのお方の慶願に敬意を示して、こやつらの魂も残らず平らげてやるとしよう。
その物言い、知っているな、味だよ。
お前からも感じるぞ。うまそうな竜の匂いも。
This is the look she gives you when she's like, I want you. I'm going to eat you now.
そう簡単に俺たちを食えるとは思わないことだ。
どうだろうね。私は不意打ちしか脳のないスカルミリオーネとは違うんだ。
Oh, she's hot. Look at that sword. That sword's sexy. Look at that.
お前たちを私自ら領域に招待してやろう。竜について知りたければおいでなさいな。もちろん食われるのが怖ければ逃げ出してもいい。その代わりこの薄汚い領域の雑魚がどうなるか。楽しみだね。
楽しみだね。Dude, do you remember Garuda? Who's Garuda?
さて、どうする？
Go after Barbarissia. What else? If we go, we'd be playing into her hands. We're gonna go after her. What else?
ああ、私ももちろん行こう。奴は自らの領域で万全を期して待ち受けているはず。
Yes.
こちらも準備を整え、乗り込むのだ。
というわけで、俺たちは行くが、お前はどうする？ゼロ。
We kind of need you because in order to kill one, we need her power. We need Zero's power.
お前たちの行動に興味があるとは言った。が、安い挑発に乗ってわざわざ奴に食われに行くのはごめんだ。それでも、というのなら、わかるな。
Oh yeah, we'll pay it. We give it freely.
では、今度は私がエーテルを対価として差し出そう。私にはまだやるべきことがあるゆえ、命までは差し出せない。それに触らぬ範囲であれば、君の望むだけ食らうといい。
Oh, Varshan.
何より私のエーテルは、バルバリシアも欲していたもの。君ならば価値がわかるのではないか。
So Varshan like, I'm extremely tasty. I'll have you know, you saw that Wind Mommy wanted me, right? I'm extremely tasty.
いいだろう。契約成立だ。
Yeah.
What little I learned in your absence did not pertain to the Archfiends. That discussion can wait until we've tended to Barbarissia. Just you wait, Barbarissia. I will have answers from you yet. I have no intention of demanding anyone's aether until afterwards. Weakening you now would only reduce my chances of getting paid.
The less time we give the enemy to prepare, the better. If everyone is ready, then let us set forth.
Indeed, and yet my heart weighs heavy for those Barbarissia struck down. Were it not for us, she would not have come here. Should we require a moment, Zero?
For what? Barbarissia took what she could. She was wise to strike quickly, as we would be. Agreed. This is no time for sentiment, only the battle matters now.